Xavier Institute of Management Bhubaneswar, Sustainability Practices Across Industries. The presentation is based on sustainable practices in auto ancillary industry, presented by Group 10, comprising of Soumik Pal, Soumya Rath, Saurav Sharma, Subhasis Panda, Sujan Mishra and Ankit Patel. United Nations have suggested certain sustainable development goals. These goals are no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, building partnership for the goals. We will now look at the industry overview of auto ancillary industry, the Indian picture. The global auto component industry is of US 1.2 trillion. India is ranked 22nd among the global component exporting industry. India has recorded a CAGR of 8.1% during 2008 to 2015. Original equipment manufacture comprises of 84.3% of total turnover. Indian auto industry is has a low labor cost, availability of skilled labor, and high quality consciousness among Indian vendors.
Now let's have a look at some of the graphs depicting the overview of the auto ancillary components industry. The first shows the companies who have adopted the CDP versus the companies who haven't. CDP stands for Carbon Disclosure Project, which is a project undertaken by companies in order to disclose their carbon emissions per annum. The second graph shows the investments being done by companies for sustainability, breakup being shown for sustainability projects, targets and goals, annual reports being linked to sustainability. The next graph is a depiction of the raw materials being used by the industry versus the recyclable materials being used for current years and previous years. We have a similar graph to indicate the usage of water. Next, we see the graph showing the energy consumption by companies versus the renewable energy that they put to use. We also see the emissions being made by this industry and the efficient discharge that takes place, which is far below the actual emissions.
Sustainability is about meeting the triple bottom line. It has three poles: economic, social, and environment. In terms of social, we know that business is a part of the society. There is growing need for sustainable products and services. In terms of environmental regulations, we know that there are lots of regulations that have come up in order to have a sustainable future, a future in which there is very low pollution, and there is a lot of EPA regulations and the rulings from the National Green Tribunal, we show that that the regulators want the businesses to adopt sustainable practices. Then there is also pressure from car manufacturers who want life cycle assessments to be done, and who also want that there should be quality, cost, and delivery improvements in the practices. Then there are economic reasons. You want to gain a competitive edge via using differentiation and branding. Then you also would like to diversify. You want to acquire new customers in India, and you might also want to go for non-automotive segments. You would also like to go for new export markets where the companies require you to follow certain standards related to sustainability. So in all, we can say that we need sustainable practices in the Indian automotive industry for survival.
We will now look at the best sustainable practices of the industry players Bosch, XIMB and Amara Raja batteries.
Bosch is a German multinational engineering and electronics company headquartered near Stuttgart, Germany, in by Robert Bosch, and it always has been a leader in following the sustainability practices. It makes practices. First is systematic approach and reducing carbon footprint, then using renewable sources and air pollution control. Third is the social responsibility. Fourth is environmental protection. In the systematic approach, it follows the eco-friendly products, uses efficient raw materials and low emission products. Third is the systematic design from early life cycle. Says it recovered copper lost from the site's wastewater in the site in Australia. Then coming to using, in 2015 it started a cogeneration unit in Bari, Italy. In India, In the Bosch Nasik plant, it acquired a voltaic power station. Smart innovation uses a sensor to make an assessment of air quality. The boss in the social response, the Green Challenge Award in 2015 in Ocha. Coming to environmental, in Campinas, Brazil, the electricity consumption declined by 700 megawatt hour per year due to BOSS efforts, and BOSS offers sensors, software, and service production. This is
So now moving on, we go to the second industry in our sustainability practice, which is the XIMB industry. It is a storage battery producing company in India, manufactures automotive and industrial lead acid batteries and its plants in India and Sri Lanka. Now, the major initiatives taken by XIMB Industries for environment protection are maintaining best-in-class pollution control system for robust air and water pollution control mechanism, preserving zero discharge status across all its plants, and maintaining green belt in and around plant locations. So now we move on to the major initiatives and the steps that have been taken towards sustainability practices by Exide Industries. First is responsible buyback. Now, Exide buys back old batteries from customers and recycles them in all its smelters, as well as gives them to the captive third-party smelters. The company manufactures batteries for e-bikes and also supplies batteries for electric four-wheelers. Next is ISS batteries. Now, ISS stands for idle start-stop, which is basically used for motor vehicles. The engine of these vehicles stop in idling condition and turn automatically thereafter as required, which results in fuel savings. The company has taken up a program for gradually increasing the quantity of recycled lead that has been used in its products. Up next is reducing carbon footprint. The company has a well laid down energy policy and is always striving and is committed towards implementing measures to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Further, the company has also contributed towards conservation and protection of wildlife. Last but not the least is the sourcing of raw materials. Exide ensures optimal usage of raw materials and emphasizes on recycling the waste generated during the manufacturing process. As a result, biogas is a major byproduct from canteen waste in one of the plants.
The Amara Raja Group is better known for its automotive battery brand Amaron, which is the second largest selling automotive battery brand in India today. Amara Raja's business is to make batteries, its passion is to rouse its team, and its goal is to enhance jobs and livelihoods. It has divided its sustainable business practices into 4 different heads, namely economic responsibility, people responsibility, social responsibility, and environmental responsibility. The company introduced many innovative technologies into the Indian market, like zero support batteries for automobiles, completely charged ready-to-use batteries, VRLA batteries for two-wheeler applications, and 5-year warranty on batteries. In addition to this, Amara Raja has also introduced Amaron pit stops that provide air-conditioned battery buying experience to its Indian customers. Amara Raja's manufacturing facilities are located in the rural areas where they recruit workers from the native population. The company's standardized training included both technical and soft skills. Amara Raja has a well-prepared and equipped safety establishment. They organize training, awareness programs, periodical drills, and conduct safety audits regularly. In 2012, the company was recertified for Occupational Health and Safety Management System. More than 2,250 students study in the schools and colleges supported by Amara Raja through its various trusts. The company indulged in various philanthropic activities like setting up public health centers, constructing overhead tanks to provide potable drinking water, and rehabilitation of the victims of natural calamities. It organized a week-long Joy of Giving program in Tirupati, where 76,000 sets of clothes and other very valuable materials were gathered from the devotees, tourists, and employees for forward donations towards the weaker sections of the society. Amara Raja is working persistently to decrease its ecological footprint by offering environment-friendly items. Key related measures included the establishment of efficient pollution control hardware, tree plantation, and safe transfer of dangerous wastes. It installs VFD and active power factor correctors into its power generators. It implemented daylighting frameworks and installed LED street lights and solar water heaters. In conclusion, we would like to say that the world is rapidly moving towards incorporating sustainable practices into their businesses. Engineers and material science resources are collaborating with suppliers and manufacturers all over the world to help achieve better fuel economy and sustainability in the automotive industry. Companies are working to meet the sustainable development goals by using new materials and developing innovative approaches that help reduce dependence on fossil fuels and cut down on greenhouse gas emissions. Over the next decade, this will lead to newer verticals and opportunities for auto component manufacturers who would need to adapt to the change via systematic research and development.
Thank you.